Close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run. The throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Game 4 today of the 2024 softball tournament here in Jamestown on the State B side. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway here. I'm Chase Miller. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Velva-Drake, Anamoose, and Kindred-Richland here in this second semifinal. The winner plays the Central Cass Squirrels in the championship tomorrow. After Central Cass won 4-3, the loser will play the Beulah Miners for third. A reminder, this contest between Kindred-Richland and Velva-Drake Anamoose is the final game of the day. They've met twice this season, where Kindred-Richland has won both meetings back at the MSUM Bubble on April 5th with a 7-2 win, and then on May the 11th in the midseason madness, an 8-2 win for the Vikings over Velva-Drake Anamoose. So they're 2-0 so far on the season here against the Aggies. We'll see if that continues, or can the Aggies pick up a win and for the first time in program history make it to a state championship game. Third time they made it to state. This is their first opportunity to ever play in the state semifinals. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, a win here would get them their 6th state tournament appearance all time in program history. It's Kindred-Richland and it's Velva-Drake Anamoose. Our pregame show continues after this. Starting lineups, and we'll recap what happened earlier today. That and more still to come here from Jamestown.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
As we come back here on our pre-game show, brought to you in part by the Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night races start at 7. You can listen to Racing on the Radio this evening in Fargo on our R&J Broadcasting sports properties throughout the summer on 106.5 FM and 101.5 FM as well throughout the summer between the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Here, Friday night racing again starts at 7. Let's take a look at what happened earlier today. In the loser out portion of the bracket, the Thompson Tommies with a 9-7 win over Renville County. Went the win for Thompson. They were able to pick up their 18th win of the season. And doing so, a little bit of comeback fashion for Thompson as well. If they were trailing 4-1 after 2, they came back and won it 9-7, plating 3 runs across in the 6th inning. A big base knock earlier in the game by Drew Schwab. Had a couple of sacrifice flies by Sidney Schwab and RBI by Kurtz in that particular inning as well. They will play for the Consolation Championship. Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark, who came back and scored 8 of their 9 runs in the 6th and the 7th inning. 3 in the 6th, 5 in the 7th. Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark will play again for the Consolation Championship, while Mayport CG will go up against Renville County for the 7th place game. And Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark able to defeat the Patriots of Mayport CG. Then just moments ago, Whitney Mitchell with a complete game, 12 strikeout, 1 walk performance, only giving up 5 hits as well. And Central Cass's 4-3 win over the Beulah Miners. They did have to hang on as Beulah had 3 runs in the top of the 7th inning, but they came and hung on for the victory here today in this one. So the Central Cass Squirrels await the winner of this one. Beulah will make their way to the 3rd place game against the loser of this contest. When we come back, we'll get to our starting lineups here, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company, as the Aggies of Velva-Drake Anamoose are wrapping up their infield-outfield work here ahead of the first pitch between the Vikings and the Aggies. Again, our starting lineups are next here on YourLiveEvent.com, but first, let's quickly get to what happened earlier today out in Dickinson in the consolation portion of the Class A bracket. Red River with a 17-0 win over North. They will play West Fargo Cheyenne for 5th after Cheyenne defeated Mandan 13-8 at the State B baseball tournament earlier today. A 4-3 win for Des Lacs Burlington over Surrey in a loser out game, and then Washburn Wilton Center Stanton picked up a win over Bottineau 7-3. Top of the 7th inning, Thompson is 3 outs away from trying to make it 3 consecutive state titles on baseball, as they're 3 outs away, and they did pick up the victory. Now that is 6-0. Thompson defeated the Black Sox of Cheyenne New Rockford. So Thompson is making their way to the championship tomorrow night, where they will wait either Central Cass or the Grafton Spoilers. That game will be coming up at about 6:30. Greg Grenz will have the call for you on that one on YourLiveEvent.com. So Thompson makes it to another championship. They await the winner of Central Cass Grafton. But when we come back, we'll get to our starting lineups here between the Aggies and the Vikings for the state semifinals.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton, or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
It's now time to get to our starting lineups here today in this second semifinal. This starting lineup is brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, grower-owned products. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. For the Velva-Drake Anamoose Aggies, they'll be the visitors on the scoreboard here in this one. They'll roll like this. Batting leadoff, Olivia Miller, the senior center fielder. Sienna Clemens with an absolute gem of a game. Again, just yesterday in the quarterfinals, a complete game and a 2 RBI triple. She'll be batting second here for the Aggies. From there, you'll have the junior with Abigail Huckins, the junior left fielder. Then Emma Ballas, the batting cleanup, the 8th grade catcher. Then you'll have Grace, the shortstop freshman, will be batting 5th. From there, Kinley Peterson, the junior third baseman, will be batting 6th. Natalie Nechaparenko, the senior right fielder, batting 7th. And then Leah will be batting 8th here, the sophomore designated player. Walchenko. Genalonis, the freshman second baseman, will be batting 9th. And then in the flex spot will be Haley Fletchuk. She will be at first base. So Miller Clemens with Huggins, Emma, and then Grace Ballas. Peterson, Nechaparenko, Volchenko with Lonis, and then Fletchak here for Velva-Drake, Anamoose. As we make our way now to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups again with the Vikings. They will go like this. Leah Rowland, a junior shortstop, with Danica Rath, the senior catcher, batting second. Mackenzie Fuchsa, the senior catcher, will be batting third. Jansen Jordheim, the senior center fielder, in cleanup mode. Avery Ammerman, the senior third baseman, batting fifth. Schmitz will be batting sixth, the junior left fielder. Cora Johnson, the junior first baseman, batting seventh. Brea Mauk will be batting eighth here, the senior second baseman. The eighth grader with Sierra Nipstead gets the start as the designated player, will be batting ninth, and Jenna Tazarek will be the flex position in right field here today for Kindred-Richland. So again, Rowland with Rath, Fuchsa, Jornheim, Ammerman, Schmitz, Johnson, Mauk, Nipstead, and alongside Tazarek here. That is our starting lineups again, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. And if you're looking for some racing, you don't have to go far from the backyard here, whether it's racing in Ada or racing in Fargo, just to name a few of the tracks. Norman County Raceway. Check out the World of Outlaw late models on June the 29th in Ada. Tickets now available at normancountyraceway.com. That again is normancountyraceway.com. We come back after this. It'll be the first pitch around the corner here between the Kindred-Richland Vikings and the Velva-Drake Anamoose Aggies here on your liveevent.com.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services. Delivering premium Cenex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your locations. Call Rob for your farm fuel and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Pearly Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
As they're going through the starting lineups here on the field at Trapper Field, the Velva-Drake Anamoose Aggies out in their all gold uniforms here today with the blue numerals and lettering with outline in white here with the Aggies symbol in the front. One for the Vikings here of Kindred-Richland out in their white tops with the blue bottoms here for the Vikings, with the Vikings across the front in blue, outlined in black with the blue numerals as well, outlined in black here in this one. Velva-Drake, Anamoose, and Kindred-Richland. For the first time in program history, the Aggies will be playing in a state semifinal game after topping, as they were able to do, the Mayport CG Patriots yesterday. Well, for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, this has been a team that's been at the state semifinals the last few seasons, making it all the way to the championship game in 2022, playing for third place a season ago, and back here again this year, just the last couple of seasons. Again, it's the Kindred-Richland Vikings and the Velva-Drake Anamoose Aggies here on your liveevent.com. For the outfield here for Kindred-Richland, Schmitz will be in left with Jornheim in center. DeZark again will be in right. Corey Johnson will be at first with Brea Malk at second. Roland at short with Ammerman at third, and then Fuchsa will be behind the plate with Sierra Nipstead will be the designated player, and then Danica Rath will be in the circle here again for the Vikings. Drake Anamoose batting 1-2-3 here with Olivia Miller, with Sienna Clemens, and also Abigail Hedkins as well. Again, our interviews throughout this softball tournament brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, just with the quick turnaround from pre to post game here, and interviews not so much going to get pregame, but looking to get some postgame later on after the conclusion of this game. Brought to you in part again by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com, and again, it's dhbanknd.com. As overcast skies have continued throughout the majority of the day here in Jamestown, taking a look, these kind of look like potential rain shower skies. We hope that that does not come into effect. We've already seen it happen earlier in the tournament in game number one. Currently overcast skies right around 68, 69, 70 degrees will be kind of played throughout the entirety of this one, barring how long this game goes, just after the 6 o'clock hour here in Jamestown. So Olivia Miller, the righty, going up against the righty here of Danica Rath, and our second semifinal contest here between the Vikings and the Aggies will be officially underway as Rath looks into Fuchsa here, gets the sign from the dugout, and our first pitch of the semifinals will be a ball by Rath, and our first pitch is at 6:07. Olivia Miller here, part of the Aggies. They had 3 hits against Mayport CG, but they strung them all together in one inning and came across with a 2 RBI triple by Sienna Clemens to get the 2 runs and get to this semifinal. The Vikings trying to do something that's always tough to do in sports, beat a team 3 times in a season, 2-0 so far against the Aggies this year. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Miller. She will take a strike now, 2-1. The Vikings in the 2 games have outscored the Aggies 15-4. So Miller, Clemens, and then Hudkins here for the Aggies. The 2-1 swung on and missed, now 2-2. For the Vikings, 16 wins, 8 losses on the season for Velva-Drake Anamoose, a mark of 14-9. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Danica Rath gets the strikeout, and there's 1 down. 1 down here in this contest, the most strikeouts we've seen in the circle by a pitcher, as Dale Geiger with 13 for Beulah in the quarters. Then Whitney Mitchell nearly had that in the semifinals against the Miners with 12 strikeouts. Sienna Clemens comes up to the plate, off-speed pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike here for Clemens as Danica Rath with the 0-1. That'll be blocked in the dirt now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Danica Rath, the Senior Athlete of the Year in Region 1, will be partaking in the Shield Softball All-Star Series upcoming. That'll be Monday and Tuesday, 2 games in Bismarck and underway at 4:30, and then we'll have the skills competition at 4 o'clock in Castleton, followed by game number 3 of the series later at around 5:30 on Tuesday night again in Castleton. Here's the 1-2 from Rath, off-speed pitch to netting here, and we'll do it again at 1-2. So Danica trying to get Clemens out in some off-speed. We'll see what she does here on the 1-2 again with Sienna. As the Central Cass Squirrels await the winner again of this contest tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the championship. The 1-2 from Rath. This will be hitting the air up the first base line. That'll go foul, and we'll keep it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kindred-Richland, the Region 1 tournament champs, going up against Velva-Drake Anamoose here, the Aggies. As this one will miss outside. Velva-Drake Anamoose lost 5-0 to Beulah in their Region 4 title, defeating Heart River 12-11 to get here into the state tournament. The 2-2 off speed out in front, but that one will be cut by the second baseman in Mauk. Oh, soft line drive. There's 2 out here in the top of the first inning. As you will send now Abigail Hudkins to the plates. So Hudkins here coming up for the Aggies. As Danica Rath in the circle, looking to bunt, but taking it back is Abigail. It's now going to be 1-0. Danica Rath able to throw the complete game win against Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. Came up 6 runs, but there were 7 errors in that game for the Vikings, as they will try to minimize the contest here. And even though they committed to 6 errors, they still won the game and only gave up 6 runs to Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark, after the Vikings were able to score 9 in their own right. 2-0 is the count here to Hudkins. 2-0. That'll miss now. 3-0. Chain link fence around the outfield here from the left to the right field foul pole. Can bring the lawn chair out and hang out and watch the game from anywhere really across the diamond outside of the third base dugout with the batting cages and then down the left field line. Here's the 3-1 offering. That'll miss for a ball, of 5-pitch walk, and the Aggies have their first runner of the game. As Emma Ballas will be coming to the plates. Ballas will bat from the left-hand side here for Velva-Drake Anamoose. So the runner at first again with Hudkins with 2 outs, and we'll see how aggressive Coach Gutneck here for the Aggies will be on this first pitch. This will be a strike. McKenzie able to look over to the first baseman. Just kind of rolled the ankle on that one. Looks to be all right. Just kind of came through from that first base. So she will reassess the shoes here. It will be no balls and a strike, as I'll just kind of take a look and see how she's doing. So Hudkins again will be at first base. We are broadcasting from the Prairie Inn Restaurant broadcast booth here of Carrington. From breakfast, dinner, and supper, they have you covered. Whether you're looking for just something light with their salad line bar or you're looking for something sweet with those pies, you can check it all out in Carrington by the roundabout. If you want more information, simply give them a call at 652-3976. That's 652-3976. Here's the 0-1 upcoming from Rath. This would be hit up the third baseline, and that'll go foul. Now 0-2. So the runner again at first base here with Hudkins. The 0-2 upcoming here to Emma. Danica Rath with the 0-2 pitch. That'll miss now. 1-2 as the runner will get back quickly as Fuchs's pick play to Johnson. Not going to be in time. Not much to speak of for wind. We did have a little bit of wind gust early in the day blowing in from right field. The 1-2. That'll miss now. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here to the number 4 batter here in the lineup for Velva-Drake Anamoose. The 2-2 pitch. This will be hit up the third base side, and that'll go foul, and we'll do it again. And the Thompson Tommies able to win in baseball. 6-0 was the final over Cheyenne New Rockford, so they will await the winner of the 2-3 matchup of Central Cass and the Grafton Spoilers here, which Greg Grenz is on the call for you right here on your liveevent.com at Jack Brown Stadium. The 2-2 pitch. This will be again another foul up the third base line, and we'll do it all over again. So Danica Rath looking for her second strikeout. Well, for the Velva-Drake Anamoose Aggies, trying to keep the line going here with 2 down in the top half of the first inning. Here's the 2-2. This will miss on a rise. Now 3-2. All the batters so far for the Aggies have at least taken a 2-ball count. Miller and Clemens worked it to 2-2. Abigail Hudkins had a 5-pitch walk, and Emma Ballas works the count full here. The 3-2 pitch going to be hit to Roland at shortstop. Roland across the diamond in time. 6-3 to Johnson for the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We played a half inning with the Aggies scoreless and the Kindred Vikings coming to the plate.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Bottom of the first inning we go for Kindred-Richland. Leah Rowland will be batting leadoff with Danica Rath batting second and Mackenzie Fuchsa batting third. Here for the Vikings, Abigail Hudkins in left field for the Aggies with Miller in center. Nechaparenko down the field in right. Fletchak will be at first with Lonis at second base. And then you have Balasets Grace at shortstop with Peterson at third, and then Emma Ballas behind the plate with Santa Clemens in the circle here for the Aggies. As Leah Rowland here, the junior shortstop, will come up for the first time here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. As Clemens did a great job again against Mayport CG, just scattering a hit here, a walk there, not allowing multiple batters to get things going in a line, and she will try to do that again here tonight against the Vikings. First pitch swinging, Rowland pops one into short right field. The right fielder, Nechaparenko, comes on, and there's one down. One pitch, one out here, as you have Danica Rath, the senior catcher for the Vikings. Danica Rath, the senior pitcher, for the Vikings, with Mackenzie Fuchsa, the senior catcher behind the plate, is due up next. Here's the pitch by Clemens. Taken away there is Rath. It's now 0-1. With the win here for the Vikings, they made it to state championship in 2022. If they were able to win, it would be a rematch of the same two teams in 2022 between the Squirrels and the Vikings. This will be up the third base side. That'll go foul now, 0-2. Taking a look at the Vikings here and what they've been able to do at the state tournament. Wins in 2014 over the Squirrels, 2016 over Grafton, and a win in 17 over Central Cass. Then in 19 and 2022, they lost to the Squirrels both times. They've made it to the state championship 5 times, 4 of them playing against Central Cass. Here's the 0-2. This one's going to be popped up into short center field as the second baseman Lonis comes across. And Danica Rath is retired here, and there's 2 down. So history would say that's a good omen for Kindred-Richland. Try to get there their 6th time, and then they would have to face against them yet again. But we'll see if that continues to happen here. With Velva-Drake, Anamoose, and Clemens, so far 2 up and 2 down with Mackenzie Fuchsa at the plate. Off speed, this one will be a foul ball. It now will be 0-1. No balls and a strike. As the home plate umpire just kind of takes a look over at the head coach again for Velva-Drake, Anamoose, and Bryce got naked. He was saying, go get it, thinking it was going to be a fair ball, but instead it just was foul. Here's the 0-1. This will be 0-2 now on the way to Mackenzie Fuchsa. Seen a handful of games go different ways here. We've seen where the bats had to come to play so far in this tournament, where you got to put 7, 8, 9 runs up to win a game. We've also seen where you just need 2 runs and come across with the victory as well. No balls, 2 strikes on the way to the senior catcher here, Fuchsa. The 0-2 by Clemens will one-hop Emma Ballas behind the plate, and now will be 1-2. As the Vikings here trying to see if they can get a 2-out rally going against Siena. The 1-2 offering The pitch. This will be hit up the third base side. Foul. We'll keep it at 1-2. Velva-Drake, Anamoose all in their all-gold uniforms again. And for Mackenzie Fuchsa here, we'll see what she can do, battling against Sienna Clemens with Jansen Jordheim due up next. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one will be popped up in the infield. And the shortstop there in Ballast, that's Grace, calls everybody off, and it's a 3-up, 3-down first inning. We played one scoreless here in Jamestown as we head to the second on yourliveevent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Top of the second inning here on yourliveevent.com. Kindred-Richland and Velva-Drake, Anamoose. The Aggies will be sending Grace Ballas with Peterson and Nechaparenko to the plate. The 5, 6, and 7 batters against Danica Rath. Rath in the first inning, 1 inning of work, 1 strikeout, 1 walk against, again in the first inning. So Grace Ballas here, who caught the last out of the bottom of the first pitch swinging, hits one up the third baseline. That'll go foul now at 0-1. So no balls and a strike here, as you'll see. Grace Ballas, too, just kind of bring that jersey and kind of biting on it up in the mouth. The 0-1 in there for a strike at 0-2. Game number 25 of the season for Kindred-Richland. For Velva-Drake, Anamoose, game number 24 of their year. The 0-2 offering will be hit up the first base line. Slice scene, and that one will go out of play. We'll keep it at no balls and 2 strikes here. It's for Velva-Drake, Anamoose. Winner again plays Central Cast tomorrow, scheduled time at 5 o'clock. We'll follow Kindred-Richland, whether they win or lose here, whether they play for third or the title. For sure, 3 games tomorrow from state softball on yourliveevent.com. The off-speed pitch just misses. Will make it 1-2. First game tomorrow will be bright and early, a little breakfast or brunch in softball. That'll be at 10 o'clock for 7th place. 1-2. Now 2-2. That'll be between the Mayport CG Patriots and with Renville County. The Consolation Championship will follow that roughly around noon with Thompson and Delac, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. The 2-2 going to be hit on the ground foul up the third baseline. Third place game will roughly start about 2, and then the championship is scheduled for 5 o'clock. But the way some of these games have been going, might be a little delayed by the time we get to the championship. There's the 2-2. Now it's going to be 3-2. Danica Rath not missing by much right now after working it to no balls and 2 strikes. Grace Ballas here battling for the first batter in the second. 3-2 pitch is going to be skied into center. Jansen Jordheim takes a couple of steps, and there will retire the leadoff batter. As Jordheim took a couple of steps into nearly right center field, and there's one down here in the second. The junior third baseman here in Peterson, with one down and nobody up, will step up to the plate now for the Aggies. The third baseman, junior, as Danica Rath in the circle with the pitch. That'll miss. Now will be 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out here. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll be hit up the first base line, and that one will go out of play. Johnson was giving chase there at first, makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up later, once we get to our post-game show, we'll get to our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play the contest. So our Enbridge Energy player of the game, that and more is still to come once we get to our post-game show. 1-1 is going to be hit on the ground. Johnson fields it. She will take it herself, 3 unassisted, and there's 2 down. Nice play by Cora there at first. As now you have Natalie Nechaparenko here, the senior right fielder, will come on now for the Aggies. As she will come up to the plates. As Danica Rath has 2 down here in the second. First pitch swinging. This will go underneath the glove of Johnson, but right to the second baseman covering Malk, and she will take it. Don't say this too much. 4 unassisted at first. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning here in the top of this second. We head to the bottom of the second with the Vikings coming to the plate here on your liveevent.com.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
To the bottom of the second inning we go. Coming up, we'll get to the Red River Valley Fair in just under a month. 3 weekends this year in West Fargo, June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. Some of the grandstand entertainment includes the Google Dolls, Breaking Benjamin, Blake Shelton, Ludacris, Skillet, and more. That's the Red River Valley Fair. For a complete rundown, tickets, or just to check out what's going on with the 4-H section as well, go to redrivervalleyfair.com. Then again, it's redrivervalleyfair.com. Bottom of the second inning, it'll be Jansen Jordheim, Avery Ammerman, then Schmitz after that. The 4, 5, and 6 batters upcoming here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Sienna Clemens with the pitch. This will be fouled. And it will be 0-1, and something that Clemens has consistently done. Not going to rush too much. She'll get the softball in between from her catcher. Going to step off the rubber, take a look, and then recollect herself and come at batters here in this one. No balls and a strike here to the senior center fielder with Jansen Jordheim. 0-1 pitch is going to be hit up the first base side, but that'll go foul now at 0-2. Keep you apprised of what's going on at Jack Brown Stadium as well, as the Central Cass Squirrels will be looking to defeat Grafton and vice versa for that state baseball contest. That game currently just getting underway between Grafton and Central Cass. 3-seed spoilers are the visiting. The 2-seed Central Cass Squirrels are the home team. This one will be on a line and glove there by Ballas at shortstop. Jansen put a good piece of the bat towards it. Little soft line drive out. There's going to be 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Is now with Ammerman to the plate. Ammerman able to drive in 3 runs yesterday in the Vikings' 9-6 win over Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. Here's the pitch in the circle by Clemens. Swung on and missed. Now 0-1. Contest so far that it's becoming a little bit of a pitcher's duel between Danica Rath and Sienna Clemens, similar to what we saw in our first semifinal between Whitney Mitchell of Central Cass and Addie Dalegeyer of Beulah. This one will be hit down the first base line. That's going to be in there for a base knock and staying first. And it's going to be Avery Ammerman for the first base runner of the game here for the Vikings with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Opposite field hit, as you will have now. Schmitz to the plates. Eliana Ellie for short to the plate here, batting 6th again in the lineup for the Vikings. We'll see what Kindred-Richland can do here for the first time with a runner on against Clemens. Clemens, the lefty, against the righty Schmitz. The pitch. Ammerman's going to go to second base. Here's the throw down, not going to be in time here, and Ammerman able to get into scoring position. And it'll be a 1-0 count upcoming as well. So Vikings get a runner in scoring position for the first time tonight as the junior left fielder works with a hitter's count 1-0. Here's the 1-0 offering upcoming with the junior left fielder. That'll miss. Now 2-0. Batter number 3 of the inning here for Kindred-Richland. Soft line drive out to the shortstop with ballast by Jansen Jordheim. The 2-0, this one will get through the glove of Emma. Making their way to third base here will be Ammerman. That'll be a pass ball variety, and that'll be 3-0. So going to second to third now is going to be Ammerman. 3 balls and no strikes. A single, a stolen base, and a pass ball, and just like that, you got a runner that's 60 feet away. We'll see if you get the green light here to Schmitz, if there's something that she can take a good swing at 3-0. 3-0 looking to bunt. This one will go to the pitcher. The runner in Ammerman's going to come in and score regardless. Little bunt on a 3-0, put the ball in play by Schmitz. Ammerman able to come in and score, and that's essentially going to go down as the sack bunt opportunity. Coming in will be Ammerman to make it a 1-0 contest in favor of Kindred-Richland. So the small ball variety here. Cora Johnson comes up to the plates. And for the Vikings, they take the first lead here at 1-0. As Ammerman able to come in and score here in the bottom of the second inning. So nobody on here for Cora Johnson, the junior first baseman. Will now be 1-0. So 1 ball and a strike here as Clemens went to Fletchock to get the outs, but Ammerman came in to score. The 1-0 going to be hit on the ground. This one will go to the third baseman, Peterson. Peterson cleans it nicely across the diamond to Fletchock. That'll be 5-3 on the put up. But the Vikings able to score a run. There was 1 run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We played 2 with a new score here from Trapper Field. It's Kindred-Richland 1, Velva-Drake Anamoose scoreless.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
As we come back here, top of the third inning on your liveevent.com. For Velva-Drake Anamoose, they'll be coming to the plate here with Leah Volchenko, the designated player. It'll now be 0-1 for the sophomore. She was looking to bunt to get on here, then Lonis, then back to the top of the lineup to Miller. Here's the 0-1 offering. This will be a soft little pop-up that'll go into second and off the glove of Mauk. She had to kind of contort her body and try to see that softball going away from her. So for Velva-Drake Anamoose, they will get a runner on here to start things off in the third inning. And now Olivia Miller will come up to the plate. So you will have Olivia Miller now to the plate after that sacrifice spot. There's 1 down with a runner at second. Miller, her last time up, with a strikeout, and again came back in the first inning. Danica Rath with the pitch. First pitch swinging. This one's going to be skied to center. Tazarek is there, makes the catch. The lead runner again at second will go second to third in there here with Volchenko. So Miller with a productive out here gets the runner 60 feet closer with 2 down. And now you have Sienna Clemens. Clemens will come up here with a little line drive out to the second baseman, and Mauk, her first time up, has a chance to tie the game here in the top of the third inning for the Aggies. Rath with the pitch. This will be hit in the air. That'll go to right center field. Tazarek calls off Jordheim, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a runner left on as we head to the bottom of the third inning. It's still 1-0 Kindred-Richland here on your liveevent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Bottom of the third inning, it will be Brea Mauk with Sierra Nipstead, and then Leah Rowland coming up to the plate here for Kindred-Richland. The Vikings able to get one run in the second. We'll see what they can do here in the third inning. Sienna Clemens so far, 2 innings of work, 1 hit against, that single with Aberman, then the stolen base, the pass ball, and then that little bump by Schmitz to bring her in. As you will have, again, Brea Mauk, the second baseman here for the Vikings, will be coming up to lead things off here. First pitch, this one will miss. As it'll now be 1-0 to the Kindred-Richland second baseman. Sienna Clemens with the 1-0. This one will be fouled up the third base side as it will go now 1-1. 1 ball and a strike here to the number 8 batter for the Vikings. And a game that got underway half hour ago here in Jamestown. Still overcast skies, not much of a wind to speak of. The sun's trying to peek its way through the clouds, but pretty much overcast here today in Jamestown. Here's the 1-1 offering on the way from Clemens. This will be hit up the third base line. That'll go foul yet again, and that will be 1-2. Coverage tomorrow begins at 10 o'clock in the morning for the 7th place game, and that'll roll on through until the championship, which is scheduled to start at 5. We will have both the 7th and 5th place contest here on YourLiveEvent.com and the championship as well. We'll see what the Vikings do here against the Aggies, as this one's going to be a slow grounder. Able to field it was Ballas, but then the throwing error will allow Mauk to go from first to second base, and the Vikings get a leadoff runner on here in the third. So an E6 will bring Brea Mauk to second base, as now it's Sierra Nipstead. The 8th grader comes up to the plate. So Nipstead will get an opportunity here for the Vikings in the starting lineup in this state semifinal as the 8th grader. Then back to the top of the lineup here for Leah Rowland. This one will miss for a ball. It'll be 1-0. So Nipstead, we'll see if she is asked to bunt or if she's asked to swing away here. Here's the 1-0 offering from the lefty Clemens to the righty Nipstead. Nipstead hits a smoking single down the left field line. Brea Mauk will round third as Nipstead will stay at first. It's an RBI single for the 8th grader, and the Vikings have a 2-0 lead. So Nipstead delivers the goods here with the RBI single as Brea comes in to score. As that'll be the second run against Clemens here. The Vikings have stretched out to lead here to 2-0. Again, Nipstead with the RBI here, and can this be the inning for the Vikings to try to put a crooked number up the board here against Clemens with the first 2 batters. Now making the first 3 batters getting on base. Rowland hits one to left center. Here's a big turn. Rowland will make her way to second, and she will get in there. Nipstead goes first to third. Rowland with another base knock here for the Vikings in the inning. 3 batters up and 3 batters on with runners in scoring position. And Velva-Drake Anamoose will have a little conference here with Bryce Gutneck here, the head coach for the Aggies in the circle. We'll take a quick break with them on yourliveevent.com.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on CargoMax trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 VersaMax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and CargoMax trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
So you'll have Danica Rath here with a pop out her last time up to the second baseman in Lonis. And for the Vikings, as we alluded to earlier, a chance to open up this game a little bit here in the bottom of the third inning with one run across so far. Vikings scored a run in the second, so far a run in the third, and there's nobody out. Looking to bunt, this will be up, and that'll go foul now at 0-1. Well, if you're Sienna Clemens right now, how can you get out of this situation with maybe only giving up one more run? Try not to allow Roland to come in if Nipstead does come in from third base. That'll be the question here for the Aggies. No balls, a strike on the way here. The pitch. The 0-1's going to be hit up the third base and now the left field line. Hudkins is able to glove it, and Nipstead will stay put at third base. So it'll be a fly out to the left fielder, and there will be one down. Mackenzie Fuchsa here, 0 for 1 with a pop out to the shortstop to finish the first inning. That was to Grace Ballas here. Emma Ballas behind the plate for the Aggies. One down and a large out at that for Clemens to get the first out of the inning here with runners in scoring position. Fuchsa sees a foul ball on this one, will just miss foul as Nipstead kind of saw the play in front of her. Kind of bounce foul as it will be 0-1, but Fuchsa first pitch hunting as it will now be 0-1 here with Mackenzie. Jansen Jordheim due up next. Well, Fuchsa would like to do what Danica Rath did, at least put one in the outfield. They went a little bit deeper and get bare minimum a sacrifice fly here on this at-bat. The 0-1 pitch, foul tipped, as it now will be 0-2. And Sienna Clemens right now will switch out a little bit of the softballs here. And we will come up, we'll get to our in-game update brought to you in part by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Coming up in the fourth inning. So runner at second is Roland. Nipstead stands at first. She had the RBI single on the way here for the Vikings. Here's the 0-2 offering. And the pitch. 0-2 Mackenzie fists one out into center. This one will drop. One run comes in. Roland rounds third, and they won't throw in as Mackenzie Fuchsa has a bases clearing 2 RBI single, and the Vikings have a 4-0 lead. So Fuchsa will get the 2 RBIs, and then we will have Getty coming on here. That'll be Payton to courtesy run. So Nipstead comes in to score. Roland comes in to score. As now it's a 4-0 contest here in Jamestown. As we alluded to, the Vikings with a chance to open this game up a little bit with having runners in scoring position and no outs, and Fuchsa able to muscle that one out to center field with the 2 RBI single here to make it 4-0. So 3 runs across so far in the third, as you will have now Jansen Jordheim to the plate. 6th batter of the inning, 3 up, 3 down first, 4 batters in the second. Now Jansen Jordheim with a soft little line drive out to Grace Ballas at short her last time up. Runners gonna go. Getty will get into second base, no problem. So Peyton Getty gets into scoring position now for the Vikings. Jansen Jordheim will work 0-1. As they're trying to see if maybe Peyton probably left early from first base. They will take a look, and all the umpires said she did not. It's now 0-1 here to Jansen Jordheim. As Clemens looks toward the dugout. Here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming. This will be hit, and that'll go foul now at 0-2. So Jansen trying to move Getty up at least 60 feet. Oh and 2 upcoming here to the number 4 batter in the lineup for Kindred-Richland. Here's the 0-2. That'll miss on the rise ball. That'll make it now 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Avery due up next here for the Vikings. And an inning that has kind of slowed things down with 7 batters to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd so far for the Vikings, extending this lead. The 1-2 pitch, that'll nearly go all the way to the backstop on the off speed. And it came out of the hands of Clemens there, a little funky. Good job by Emma Ballas behind the plate to keep that one in front of her. Now it'll be 2-2. There's the 2-2 pitch. This will be foul. Then we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Vikings can add on here and hold on to this game. They'll make it for their 6th state tournament appearance, and 5 times they will have to play Central Cass, where they split those matchups with the Squirrels over those previous 4 times. If it happens, if they can hold on here to the Aggies, still a lot of softball yet to be played with a 2-2. Jordheim hits one high in the air. That'll go down the left field line, and that is going to be a foul ball. The shortstop with Sienna Ballas missed it, but they will say that it was out of play, not in fair territory. It was a foul ball, and it'll be a loud strike. That was close to possibly being in the play. If that wasn't play, all of a sudden Jansen Jordheim gets aboard, and Peyton Getty possibly making her way home. But with 1 out, she had to stay close to second. Here's the 2-2. Jansen hits one of the shortstop there. Ballas eats her up a little bit, and Jordheim will get on regardless. Getty stays at second, and Jansen Jordheim is on via an error here by Grace Ballas at short. As now Ammerman, a single, a stolen base, and a run scored back in the 2nd. And a hit here would score Getty and possibly score Jansen Jordheim, who's got some pretty good wheels at first base as well. First pitch, this one coming in a little bit. Avery fouls this one back to the netting. It'll be 0-1. The state softball tournament here today from Jamestown. This is the state semifinals, and right now the Kindred-Richland Vikings putting a really good inning together. It started via an error, put the ball in play. That's what Brea Mauk did. A throw in air then by Ballas at short. A single by Sierra Nipstead, which plated Brea to make it 2-0 at that time. The 0-1 is hit right back up the middle, and this one will be through for a base knock. Peyton Getty comes in to score. Jansen Jordheim scampers to 3rd, and making her way to 2nd will be Avery Ammerman on the throw. It's an RBI single here for the senior. Getty comes in to score. Jansen, as we said, goes to 3rd base, and Avery Ammerman with a pair of singles here today. And now all of a sudden the Kindred-Richland Vikings, time to start thinking a little bit greed with 4 runs here in the inning. How quickly can you get this to 6, 7, or possibly more here with Elena Schmitz? She looks to bunt. They will throw it over to first. They ran this play once with Schmitz. It worked with a run in, and they do it again as Jansen Jordheim will come in to score. Clemens will get the out at first base, but once she leaves that at 3rd, at the circle here going to first, as you have again another bunt for Schmitz. There is the out recorded. Jansen Jordheim gets to 3rd base. It's now 6-0 here with Cora Johnson at the plate. 9th batter here in the inning for the Vikings, and Cora Johnson singles into right center field. It's an RBI here for the Vikings, and the good times keep on going here. Johnson with an RBI single. Hammerman comes in to score her 2nd run of the game, and Kindred-Richland leads it now 7-0. So 7-0 on that Johnson RBI. Still here in the bottom of the third, the Vikings with 6 runs across so far as it goes back to Mauk for the second time up in this inning. First pitch swinging right on a rope to center, and the center fielder there able to retire the side on a loud out to Miller, but not before the Vikings able to put 6 runs across in the bottom of the third in the state semifinals. It's Kindred-Richland 7, Velva-Drake Anamoose scoreless coming to the plate.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet Smartstrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, Smartstrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for Smartstrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
So Schmitz again is recorded out twice, but again using that bunt to bring a couple of runners in. And now the Vikings have extended their lead here to 7-0, as it will be the heart of the lineup here for the Aggies. 3, 4, 5 batters in the top of the fourth. First pitch swinging. This one goes to Ammerman. Good clean glove, and Avery goes across the diamond to Johnson. 5-3 on the putout. One pitch, and Abigail Hutkins is retired after working a 5-pitch walk her last time up. As now you have Emma Ballas here to the plates with a ground out her last time up in the first inning. One down, top of the fourth. We'll get an update for you from state baseball in a moment, as the Grafton Spoilers and the Central Cass Squirrels are in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 upcoming here to Emma by Rath. Now will be 2-0. Bottom of the first, still scoreless between Central Cass and Grafton. The winner plays the Thompson Tommies in the State B softball, make that the State B baseball championship. The 2-0, I'll be in there for a strike at 2-1. Central Cass hoping that their softball team, the baseball team, can do that as well. Here's the 2-1 offering. That'll miss now. 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here, top of the fourth for the Aggies. Taking a strike will be Emma and Danica Rath. 1 strikeout to begin the game with Olivia Miller. 1 walk, that was back in the first inning. Here's the 3-2. What does she throw here? 3-2. Well, this one will hit the plates. So it'll be the second free pass of the game here for Rath in the circle. And there's a runner on here for Velva-Drake Anamoose. And the Aggies with work to do in front of them here, trailing it by 7 again. As you have Grace Ballas now to the plates. Then Kinley Peterson after that. 1 down here with a runner on. That's Emma at first. First pitch swinging. This one's going to be hit in the air to right center field. Jansen Jordheim is there, able to glove it. Nice job by Jansen Jordheim, JJ, as the Kindred faithful caller, able to get into right center field for the outs. And there's 2 down, as you'll have Kinley Peterson to the plate now for the Aggies. Grounded out 3. Unassisted to Johnson back in the second. Here's the pitch by Rath. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. No balls and a strike here with 2 down in the fourth inning. The 0-1. This will be hit up the ground up the third base side. Ammerman, tough play on a slow grounder, but able to make the play. 5-3 to Johnson in time. Good job by Avery there at third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We played 3.5 for the state semifinals. It's Kindred-Richland 7, Velva-Drake Anamoose scoreless with the Vikings coming to the plate.
Central Cass Schools' mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning, we'll have a new pitcher. Sienna Clemens, 3 innings of work, 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 of those earned with no walks and no strikeouts. So Sienna Clemens will go from the circle to behind the plate. Grace Ballas will then go from shortstop to in the circle. And then you'll have Emma Ballas goes from behind the plate to short. This one swung on and missed with Sierra Nipstead. It's now 0-1. So again, you'll have Peterson now at third base. Emma Ballas stands at short. Lonis at first. Fletchock is at first. Lonis at second. Clemens behind the plate and Grace Ballas in the circle. Nipstead hits one in the air. That'll go to left center field. The left fielder comes across with Hudkins, and Nipstead is retired on 2 pitches. Miller in center with Nechaparenko in right here for Velva-Drake Anamoose. If the Vikings scored 3 runs here in the inning and then put up 0 in the top of the 5th, it would be a 10-run rule variety. And so far in 7 games that have been completed, we've only seen 1 game that has finished early that has not gone the distance in 7. That was Central Cass defeating Renville County in the quarterfinals. A rain-soaked kind of a contest here that finished in 5, where the Central Cass Squirrels won it 13-2 in 5 innings. Here's the 1-0 to Roland. Leah will hit one up in the air. This one will be into the second baseman. Pop up there to Lonis. And there's 2 down. Roland now 1 of 3 with a double and a run scored here in this one. As you will have Danica Rath here to the plate. Danica Rath 0 for 2. Trying to find a way to get on base here. Grace Ballas looking for a nice tidy 1-2-3 inning. This one will be in there for a strike at 0-1. Vikings with 6 runs across in the 3rd inning with 5 hits. There were 2 Aggie errors and a runner left on base, and that really has been the difference so far. Again, the bottom of the 3rd inning for Kindred-Richland. This one swung on where Danica Rath now makes it 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to the number 2 batter with a pop out and a fly out here today. Last time up, flew out to Hudkins in left field. This one will be hit down the 3rd baseline. That will go foul, and we'll keep it at 0-2. For Velva-Drake Anamoose, there's 7, 8, and 9 batters with Nechaparenko to bat leadoff in the top of the 5th inning. No balls, 2 strikes here to the number 2 batter again with Rath as the righty Ballas works ahead, fouled it back off, and will do it again. So righty matchup to all 3 batters after Clemens, the lefty. So Bryce, the head coach for Velva-Drake Anamoose, just throwing something different out there here against these Viking batters. Danica Rath swung on and missed, and something different works. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning here for Ballas, the first strikeout of the contest for an Aggie pitcher as we head to the 5th inning. It's 7-0 Kindred-Richland here on your liveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Broadcasting from the Prairie Inn broadcast booth, the Prairie Inn of Carrington. Whether you want breakfast, whether you want just a little salad, or maybe you want some dessert, they got you covered from around the clock at the Prairie Inn Restaurant of Carrington, located in the Roundabout. For more information, call 652-3976. That's 652-3976. Broadcasting again from the Prairie Inn broadcast booth. Chase Miller with you here in Jamestown. The Vikings currently 9 outs away as it stands. If it goes the full 7, if the Aggies are unable to come back in this one, as the Vikings trying to get back to a state championship, as this one will go foul. And it will be 0-1. If this score holds, the Vikings would make it to state for the first time since they played the Squirrels in Fargo back in 2022. Here's the 0-1. That'll miss. It's now 1-1. One ball, one strike on the way here to Nechaparenko, as this one's going to be flied out into center field. Jansen Jordheim comes in. A little bit into short left center field alley for the out, and there's one down. Seen a couple of nice plays here today by the outfielders, both by Dezark and alongside with Jordheim here. We've seen 5 fly ball outs between the two of them in center and right field. Volchenko here now will come up. Leah. She will foul tip this one. Able to reach base back on a single in the 3rd inning as she hit one into short right field. Mauk had to contort her body. Nearly was able to come up with the catch. The 0-1 off speed pitch out in front will make it now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here. Bottom of the order for the Aggies, trying to get something going. For Velva-Drake Anamoose, they've only sent 4 batters to plate, the most here so far against Rath. And an inning, another off-speed pitch, and Rath completes the strikeout, her 2nd of the contest. 4 batters in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 4th. Rath is 1 out away from her 2nd 3-up, 3-down inning. Here's the pitch. That'll miss out of the zone at 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike upcoming here to Jenna Lonis. This one will miss out of the zone at 2-0. A sacrifice bunt her last time up to get Volchenko. Eventually went all the way around to 3rd base, but Clemens flew out to the right fielder to keep Volchenko at 3rd. Lonis swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 offering. This will be hit up the first base side. That'll go foul. Now 2-2. The 2-2 offering upcoming here as Rath in the circle looking for her 2nd strikeout of the inning. 2-2 pitch. That'll miss now 3-2. Back to the top with Olivia Miller if somehow Jenna can get on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, a little soft line drive right back to the pitcher, and Danica Rath makes a sparkling play out in the circle. That sparkling play brought to you in part by Great Plains Fireworks in Hillsboro. If you're looking for some sparklers to just a good little 16 shot or possibly those big loud banging booms for fireworks, check out the Great Plains Fireworks selection in Hillsboro, just off the frontage road on I-29. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7-0 in favor of the Vikings.
Designing places of lasting value and beauty, Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton continues to be a leader in small town skylines. No project is off the table as they've completed buildings for commercial businesses, educational and medical facilities, public spaces, religious centers, and even residential properties. From start to finish, Bobby and her team will help your visions become reality. Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton, 701-841-1000 at hepperolson.com. Best of luck to the regional athletes in your spring sports tournaments.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
As we get to our in-game update here on YourLiveEvent.com, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. For the Aggies, no runs on one hit. They have left 3 runners on, and they've committed 2 errors. For Kindred-Richland, 7 runs on 6 hits. They've left 1, and they have committed no errors here in this one. That is your in-game update, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. From jobs, schools, businesses, and more, check out the Exit 104 with a great location just off I-29. That, again, is our Hillsboro EDC update. Bottom of the 5th inning here. The 3, 4, and 5 betters. Fuchsa with a 1-0. Fuchsa hits one in the air to center field, and that one is going to be a line drive out to Miller, and there is one down. So after they made the pitching change on the way for Grace Ballas here, 4 batters up, 4 batters out, a fly out, line out, pop out, and a strikeout. She's just missing the ground out here on your bingo card. One down here in the bottom of the 5th. A little check swing here by Jansen Jordheim. It'll be now 0-1. So the question for Velva-Drake Anamoose is, can they solve the riddle that is Danica Rass so far, trailing it by 7? For the Vikings, if you put up 3 good bats in a row here, you can be talking about a 10-run rule game, as this one will run in and hit Jansen here, as Jordheim will be hit by a pitch on her second pitch of the at-bat. Ballas, that'll be her first walk of the contest in relief here, as Jansen will come out and Avery Ammerman will be coming up next. And take a look at Jansen, as that one just kind of came in and ran in a little bit on the inner part of the knee. Just making sure she's all right. Nothing kind of maybe buckled on that one as you're trying to get out of the way. And for Jansen here, we'll take a quick break and see how she's doing when we return.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services, delivering premium Senex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your locations. Call Rob for your farm fuel and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Pearly Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
So Josie Mathis will come in now here for the Vikings, the sophomore, for Jansen Jordheim, who does get taken out of the game. She was walking under her own pressure, but they'll have to take a look at her now moving forward for the rest of tonight and see what tomorrow provides. So you'll have a runner on here for Jansen Jordheim, and we'll see if she does possibly still come in, possibly on a courtesy runner later in the top of the 6th. But for the Vikings, you just hope it's nothing more than just a little bit of a black and blue spot, and Jansen can come out again. She plays a great center field, covers a lot of real estate in center. So see if she maybe can come back on, but unlikely with where the scores might be done potentially for this game. Regardless, the Vikings with the runner on. Avery Ammerman hits one foul. It now will be 0-1. Then Ellie Schmitz again due up next here for the Vikings. So runner at first base is Jordheim. No balls and a strike here to the number 5 batter for Kindred-Richland. Grace Ballas on for her second inning of work in the circle. That'll miss for a ball. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here. As the runner at first again is Jordheim. In the circle, Grace Ballas with the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss for a ball. It will be now 2-1. And the runner again is on first base. Central Cass, 6 outs or 3 runs, depending on which comes first at this particular juncture from getting to state. As this one will get off the glove of Clemens, it will be now 3-1. And Avery Ammerman trying to see if she can maybe draw up a walk. So far, a single in the second, a single in the third, 2 runs scored with a run driven in and a stolen base. A productive day for the senior third baseman. 3-1 pitch. This one will be hit. We'll make it now 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on the way. Here's the 3-2. That'll work a walk, and Avery is aboard. Back-to-back free passes here by Ballas in the circle, and the Vikings will bring up Ellie Schmitz. So Eliana here, the junior left fielder. A couple runs driven in with a couple of bunts that she's been able to put down. We'll see if that continues here in the 5th inning. She will be swinging this one away, and this one will go right over us and to the second row. A nice catch on the way behind us, and they will throw it right back over, as it will be 0-1. That might be our play of the game right there. Nice little catch to make it 0-1. As it will be runners at first and second here. So Mathis again stands at second. Ammerman stands at first. There's one strike. Here's the 0-1. It'll now be 1-1. So all of a sudden, if you're Schmitz right now, you get on base, and you can bring in Mathis and Ammerman. She is the game-ending run right now at the plate for the Vikings, or an inside-the-park homer, a homer as an example on one swing. The 1-1 will do it again, and this one will go foul at 1-2. 1-2 upcoming here to the number 6 batter in the lineup for the Vikings. If you're just joining us, the difference so far in this game was the 3rd inning, where the Vikings put 6 runs across. 1-2 pitch off speed. That'll be out of the zone. Now 2-2. Sent 10 batters to the plate, 6 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors by the Aggies, with a runner left on base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ballas with the pitch. This is going to be hit in the air. That'll go down the left field line. This could spell trouble. That'll get in there for a base knock. Everybody will move up 60 feet. Schmitz is able to get aboard with a single, her first hit of the contest. First hit against Grace Ballas in relief. And now you have bases full here for the Vikings. Mathis will go to third. Ammerman to second. Cora Johnson to the plate now. 1 of 2 so far here in the contest. Cora also, her last time up, had the RBI variety as well for the Vikings. Able to bring in Ammerman to make it where it is now, 7-0 in favor of Kindred-Richland. First pitch swinging. This one will go foul. Now 0-1. Brea Mauk then on the on-deck circle. Batter number 5 here of the inning for the Vikings. As we alluded to, trying to put this one away potentially here in the bottom of the 5th. Then you don't have to worry about playing in the infield or outfield in the top of the 6th if you can get 3 runs across. 0-1. That'll miss. That'll be 1-1. If we do get to the 6th inning, the Aggies will be sending the top of the lineup to the plate. Jenna Karath, through 5 innings, has gone 3 over the minimum so far. Here's the 1-1. This will be hit in the air. That's a deep fly ball to left, way back to the warning track, and that one is gone. It's a grand slam for Johnson. The junior ends the game on a grand slam variety, and the Vikings win it in 5, 11-0. Our first grand slam of the tournament, and the Vikings able to put 5, make that 4 runs across in the 5th inning as well. Again, your final in this one. 11-0 is the final as the Vikings win this contest in a game that goes an hour and 6 minutes here today. Our post-game show is coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun. Get ready
ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. This week is Military Appreciation Night, First Responders Night, and the IMCA Sprint Car Meet and Greet. Stay after the races for fireworks. Sponsored by Star Fireworks, Stutzman Harley-Davidson, M&J Brand Saloon, Thunder Country, FM Drain Cleaning and Services, and Leinenkugels. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
As we come back on our post-game show, let's get to some of the final box score numbers here in this one. 11-0. Again, the Kindred-Richland Vikings go 3-0 against the Aggies this season. It'll be their 6th state championship appearance, and they have outscored Velva-Drake Anamoose 26-4 in the 2 games, making now the 3 games that they played. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they get 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and the Vikings would have just 1 runner left on base. Velva-Drake Anamoose, no runs, a hit, 2 errors, and they would have 3 runners left on base. Danica Rath is the winning pitcher, and then the losing pitcher here in this game will be Sienna Clemens in this one. For Kindred-Richland, Rowling goes 1 of 3 with a run scored. Danica Rath 0 for 3 at the plate, but again picks up the win in the circle. Fuchsa goes 1 of 3 with 2 RBI. Jansen Jordheim goes 0 for 2 with a run scored. Avery Ammerman able to go 2 for 2 from the plate with 3 runs scored and a run driven in. Schmitz goes 1 of 3 with a run scored and 2 RBI. Cora Johnson goes 2 of 3 with a run scored and 5 runs driven in with that grand slam that finished it. Brea Mount goes 0 for 2 with a run scored, and Sierra Nipstead 1 of 2 with a run scored and a run driven in. Danica Rath, 5 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Miller 0 for 2, Clemens 0 for 2, and Hudkins 0 for 1 for Velva-Drake Anamoose. Emma Ballas 0 for 1, Grace Ballas 0 for 2. Peterson goes 0 for 2 with Nachenko as well going 0 for 2. Walchenko goes 1 of 2 from the plate, and Monis goes 0 for 1. Clemens, 3 innings of work, 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned. Ballas goes 1 1/3, 2 hits, 4 runs, and 4 earned here in this one. It's now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for our career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. Again, the performance that we saw by Avery Ammerman here in this one, 3 times up, 3 times on. A single with a run scored, a stolen base in the second, a single with a run driven in the third, and a walk with a run scored in the 5th inning. She is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com again for career opportunities. As we turn our attention with this particular contest and take a look at what's to come tomorrow morning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Our first game of the day will be at 10 o'clock in the morning. The Mayport CG Patriots will go up against Renville County. And then roughly at about noon, we'll get to Thompson against Mille Lacs, Burlington, Lewis and Clark for the Consolation Championship. And then the title will feature Central Cass and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So that is a look at what's to come. Kindred-Richland, 1 run in the second, 6 runs in the third, 4 runs again the 5th, and Velva-Drake Anamoose scoreless across the board. So again tomorrow, 3 games from state softball. We'll have 2 games from state baseball, the 3rd place in the championship. Thompson awaits the winner again of Central Cass and the Grafton Spoilers. But here in this one, the Kindred-Richland Vikings with the 11-0 win over Velva-Drake Anamoose. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll try to hear from a victorious player or 2 and as well put a bow on day number 2 here of the state softball tournament on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware. Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here on our post-game show, our interview now brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future here on YourLiveEvent.com. Join us as a senior first baseman, made some nice plays in the infield. That is Avery Ammerman here with a single, a walk, 3 runs scored, a stolen base, and a run driven in as well. Avery, congratulations on the championship appearance here. What does it mean your senior year to get to a state championship? And obviously you got your good old rivals waiting for you there as well in Central Cass.
It means everything. I mean, we've worked so hard this season for everything that we've gotten, and we just know that if we keep pushing, it's right there for us.
Take us through with Cora Johnson at the plate, knowing that, okay, you know, a base knock can maybe end the game. I don't know if you thought it would maybe be a grand slam home run to walk it off, but when that ball went over the yard and in left field, what's kind of going through mind knowing, okay, you won the quarters, you won the semis, and you're heading to a championship 24 hours from now?
Yeah, it definitely helps with the confidence. I mean, we all have confidence in our teammates and, like, in ourselves. So being on second and seeing that ball go out, I was already 3/4 of the way to third. So I was pretty confident in her, and we just know that we can all do it.
Danica Rath, 5 innings of work in the circle, just 1 hit against. She went 3 over the minimum today. What did you see from her in the circle?
Danica's just full of confidence. We all trust her, and she trusts us. We have her back in the field, so she just throws like she can, and we got her back.
What's a trait that best describes this team? You guys got clicking, obviously, in that Region 1 tournament, able to win the Region 1 championship on the tournament side. But what's a trait or characteristic that best describes this Vikings softball club?
We're all friends. That's the word that comes to mind, friends. Friendship, and we all love each other so much, and we just trust each other, and we have each other's backs, and we just love each other so much, and that carries into our games.
Able to get the first run of the game in the bottom of the second inning. Just kind of take us through your at-bat a little bit there, Avery, with Clemens. You get the single first of the game. You get that stolen base. Ellie puts down a really good bunt. Just kind of take us through that particular inning with all the way around the diamond for you to go, you know, home to home, so to speak.
We've seen her before. We saw her in Mid-Season Madness, and we kind of knew what to expect. Leave it high. Don't swing at anything above our shoulders, obviously, and just know that if you find your pitch, you're swinging. Everything right side.
Final thing for you. What's it going to take? You got one more game here. What's it going to take tomorrow? Again, there's no secrets between these two teams. What's it going to have to be to try to come out away with a championship tomorrow night?
We just have to own it, know that we can, and push through and have trust in our teammates, and that's all it takes.
Avery, congratulations on the win, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Again, that is Avery Ammerman with us here, the senior third baseman. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll hear from Cora Johnson around the corner here on your live event.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
the Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner, West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Joining us now, part of our Dakota Heritage Bank, again, interview is Cora Johnson, who officially, I guess you could call it, had the game finishing hit, not so much the game winning hit, but the game finishing hit here today with 5 runs driven in as well. It goes 2 for 3 from the plate with a single and that grand slam home run. Cora, let's just go through obviously the big hit there in the 5th inning to finish the game in 5. Take us through that at bat, and then once it left the at bat, did you go, okay, this might actually clear the yard, or was it, let's just put one in the outfield and try to, bring a run across?
It was more just like a solid connection. Right before that, actually, my coach told me just hit a hard ground ball, so that was kind of a surprise that it went out. But I knew my team could score if I just got the ball in play, so I had complete trust in them.
Avery Ammerman, what has she provided as a senior this season? Obviously, she got on base all 3 times, came to score, had some nice defensive plays, but just overall, what has she brought to the club?
She has been so solid. She's always a good time in the dugout. She's always so hype, and I just have complete trust in her whenever the ball goes to the left side of the field. I know that she's going to get it.
And for you a little bit here as well, having a Fuchsa behind the plate, it's always solid to have a catcher. What does McKinsey just kind of do that the common softball fan, so to speak, doesn't see?
Oh, she's just awesome. She always knows what to say. Any feedback that you need, she'll give it to you. She's just such a great teammate. She always brings the hype.
For this team to make the championship this season, what does it say about the resiliency of this club? Obviously, you brought back a lot of varsity players from the last couple of years. You guys were close last year getting to a state title game. This year you got over the hump. What's it say about just the work you guys done this year here, Cora?
This year we have just been so connected, so together. Instead of playing for ourselves, we've been working as a team, and everything we've done has been for each other. And it's just so awesome because I love these girls. I play with them for a while now, and I'm just so happy that they can celebrate their senior year at a championship.
The one thing I've heard, Cora, from the last couple of games covering you guys is it just feels like you're hanging out with your friends. Obviously,
yes.
It's nice to win. It's nice to play well. But how cool is that just where, 1 through 9 in the lineups here, Nipstick comes in today, she gets a base knock as an 8th grader. What's it about this team that no matter who's in the starting lineup, that just kind of seems to roll on through? How much fun are you having, whether you're in the dugout or on the field?
So much fun. We had so much fun last night, too. It's just such a good chemistry between all of us. We all love to hang out with each other. It's never been a chore. Practice has never just been practice. It's just been a fun time to hang out with great people.
Final thing for you, Corey, here. What's it going to take? I asked Avery the last question. So from a team collective against 2 squads that know each other really well, just put another on the record book, in the chapter book, so to speak. What's it going to take tomorrow against Central Cass?
It's going to take us keeping our confidence up and knowing that whether Dan's pitching, she's such a strong pitcher, we have a great field. So I have complete faith in us.
Hey, Cora, congratulations. Nice hit, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cora Johnson with us here on our post-game show. We'll continue after this from Jamestown.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Got a final in 5 here today at Kindred-Richland, 11-0 over Velva-Drake Anamoose. Let's take a look at what's going on at the state baseball tournament right now. Central Cass and Grafton. That game currently tied at 2 in the bottom of the third inning between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Grafton Spoilers. Again, that game currently tied at 2. Greg Grenz has the call for you on that one on yourliveevent.com. So again, with the win for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, their 6th state tournament appearance in program history. 5 of the state titles that they played against has been the Central Cass Squirrels. They've won 2, they've lost 2, so why not add another here on the story of Central Cass and the Vikings. Again, the Kindred-Richland Vikings with the 11-0 win. So we'll have 3 softball games tomorrow here from Jamestown. We'll have the 7th place game, the 5th place game, and then the championship game. So our 7th place game will feature the Mayport CG Patriots going up against, in that particular contest, Renville County at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then roughly at around noon, it'll be Thompson against Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. And the championship is slated to get underway at 5 o'clock again tomorrow night with Central Cass and Kindred-Richland. And join us tomorrow as well for the state baseball and the state 3rd place game roughly at around 4:30 and 7 o'clock from Jack Brown Stadium. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, the Kindred-Richland Vikings, 11 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Velva-Drake, Anamoose, 1 no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 3 runners left in a game that took an hour and 6 minutes to play. Join us tomorrow for the final day here from Trapper Field in Jamestown. I'm Chase Miller. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night.